Hello, everybody, and welcome to Valborough. My name is Christian Teatro. I am going to be your dungeon master for this hopefully entertaining game that we're about to play, some D&D 5e. We are going to be in the magical town Valborough in the province of Crossland. A town made up of quaint homes, apartment buildings, a large high school and college, a massive Gothic cathedral that's half black and half white, worshipping the fox deities, the one above all and the one below all surrounded by a massive wall to protect the people from the wilds between the cities. Only a small amount of people living here know about the magic in their city. They're called the obscured. What a visible person would see as a large, hairy man, well, an obscured person would see that as a bugbear on his way to work. What a visible person would see as a lanky teenage girl muttering to herself and making weird hand gestures at the sky, an obscured person would know that that is an Eladrin elf using druidcraft to predict the weather. It's common knowledge that if an obscured person were to leave Valborough, they would just perceive themselves as a human and forget all about the magic of their city. However, upon return to Valborough, they would get those lost memories back and remember who they truly are. Our heroes, well, we'll call them heroes, maybe they'll grow into that title. They left Valborough 5 years ago to go and pursue careers outside of the city, and for one reason or another, are all on the same train ride, returning home. The train that they're riding in is heavily armored, almost like a very, very large sausage like tank plowing through the wilds, ready to protect them from any creatures that might try and harm them on their way to Valborough. First, we see Mose, who is sitting on the train in a little four-seat car. He's got a cell phone out, and there's two text messages on it. One is from a girl he very briefly dated named Emma, little Herringon girl, who he is still somewhat friends with, who sent him a message saying she's excited to see him again. And the other is from his good friend Grim, who is friends with the entire group but stayed in Valborough, who's inviting them all over for dinner. He also has an email for an invitation for a high school reunion. Mose, why don't you tell us what we see as you're sitting there?
For sure. So Mose is a fairly tall man, sitting at about like 6'4" or so. He's got like very kind of dark eyes that you can't really quite clock a color. It's just dark looking in there. He has like dyed blue hair, very kind of like meek, sitting in the seat, holding a little briefcase on his lap, very like arms in, legs in, trying to take up as little space as possible, which is a difficult task for him. He's wearing a very like nicely pressed suit for the most part. It's a little like awkward lengthwise. Doesn't quite sit well in the arms. It's just a tiny bit short, but it's what he could pull off there. Black suit, dress shirt, blue tie, looking very business attire. And yeah, briefcase on his lap, with like a red leather briefcase. Just kind of sitting there looking at his phone like that.
David, you open up the door to the cart and you see Mose for the first time in 5 years.
David kind of looks like a mechanic just walked out of like his what's it called, workshop. So he's wearing like a brown, almost ghostbustery looking jumpsuit, but it's like unzipped at the waist, so it's dangling. But he's got a black tank top on. He looks like a college jock who, for some reason, went to engineering school, and he's covered in some kind of dirt or grime or goo. He doesn't really know. He only cleans himself before he goes to bed. Anything that sticks to him during the day is pretty much just there the whole time.
All right, you guys take a seat across from each other. Out the window, you can see the forest is flying by. What do you guys talk about?
Well, I mean, this is our first time we're seeing each other in 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, do I know you?
David, remember we went camping like 5 years ago.
Oh my god. Oh, David, hi. How's it going? Okay, now
It's
it's
going
like
okay, man.
I like go to give you a hug too. It's just like
We, yeah, man. What's up? I normally I'm terrible with names and faces, but my memory's getting better.
it's getting better. Like training it?
Yeah, what I do is each night I sit down and I try and think about everything I did every minute of that day, and suddenly things get better. Just sit down, try and think, remember, concentrate. As I always say, a thing, a good. As I always say, a thoughtful mind is a good mind.
I feel bad that you're going to be trying to remember this exactly as it went down later tonight.
Correct. Ask me what I always say later on. We'll see what I say. It'll probably be completely different.
It's good to see you.
What brings you back into town?
Reunion stuff. I want to see family. Things are going so good, so good.
Oh man, there's like a reunion happening. Was
mean,
I invited?
I presume, or it was just more of a casual thing, I guess. I don't know.
Oh man, okay. Well, maybe that's why I came. Maybe I forgot that I remembered that I was coming to this thing. Hang on, let me do my exercise. Okay, 8:00. I get up. 8:00 to 11 p.m. I'm back asleep.
Okay, so we're really working with large chunks of time here, aren't we?
Well, I'm not going to think of every minute I was asleep.
That does make this more better. That does make this better.
You guys
hey, look, another person
are chatting, the door opens and Mercy walks in. Tell us what we see when we see Mercy walking in.
Okay, you see a slender-ish woman standing probably 5'8" with like a faded bright red dye job. Short hair. Looks like she's trying to be chic and trendy, but looks like she's trying to do that from the bargain bin and not quite nailing it. She's got like a red bear, what she's calling vintage coat that has fur lining. The fur is falling out in patches. Like there's a bright white collar, but except it's like tan, and she's got kind of bags under her eyes, although she's like heavily done up in makeup trying to offset that. And she's like, "Oh, hey losers, haven't seen you folks in a while."
Well, that's a wild opening. It's good.
Are we going to go shopping? Does Mean Girls exist in this universe?
I hope so.
Called Angry Chicks.
Angry chicks, yeah. I get up and do the handshake thing.
I was hoping to avoid anybody that I knew on this ride back. What are y'all doing here?
Well, bad news, because we're both here.
Yes, I can see that.
Pretty wild.
Come on, join. We're reminiscing. We're thinking about what I did earlier today. Maybe you could tell us what you did.
I got on this terrible train heading back to my terrible hometown.
Great, but before that,
ran into my excellent high school friends. Mose, I heard you were gonna go be a lawyer or something. Did that work out?
It's going so well. I am doing so great with that. I've been to 3 different firms.
That's a lot of firms.
Must be
high demand.
That I can't even begin to tell you how that is the case. Woo! But enough about me. How's your life been? What have you been up to?
Well, I was a hot new up and coming weather girl in the big city, and they just couldn't handle my charisma and charm and telling it like it is.
Your charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Yes.
I think I caught you on air once. I mean, you basically said it's going to be so hot today, every baby might die.
They might have. They didn't, and that's on me, I guess.
It was a hot day out.
It turns out
I'm sure if I had a baby and threw it outside, it would also be dead.
You got to watch out for babies outside in the sun. They're going to I wasn't wrong. Turns out people don't the network doesn't like it when you say it's cold enough to leave your children in the car. It's not.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, children in the car. I misremembered. My bad.
At that moment is when Taylor opens the door and walks in. He probably heard the entire conversation about dead babies and all that.
Well, if Taylor is entering the train, then I think to anyone else, they would just see a guy with a coat with his like lapels up, you know, and sunglasses and a hat, a baseball hat, and he's just like he walks by trying not to get any attention on himself, and just finds a bench that is or a seat in the train that is not with anyone else and sits by himself, and
Think
then
like
pulls out a newspaper and goes like this.
So think like the carriages from Harry Potter. So when the four of you are in this carriage, it's just the four of you and you're all very separate.
Oh, it's like a little
Yeah,
box, and I
little
was
bunk.
told to come into this bunk. I see.
It's assigned seating, baby.
Assigned seating. When I then when this
How
when
convenient for
this
the narrative.
when this guy walks in with sunglasses and a hat and his jacket up, uh, he looks around, sees you guys, and considers turning around and walking back out of the room.
Taylor!
Realizes
Bang, bang, bang. Taylor! Taylor, hi! It's me! It's me behind the glass! Taylor!
I'm gonna say before you notice if it's Taylor or not, Taylor roll deception and everybody else roll insight.
you want me to roll deception?
Yeah.
Here comes my first bad roll of this game.
Your first bad roll of this game.
3! Who's that?
I got a 17 plus 5.
Holy fuck.
22.
A 22.
Hold on.
I got a 23.
I was totally prepared for this. Not my character sheet is loading. You know what? I will roll a d20 in real life here. I've my first roll of the game. I got a nat 20. I don't remember what my bonus is to deception, but I think it's pretty high, and I got a nat 20.
With a nat 20, I'm gonna say that you look up and for a split second you think it might be somebody that you know, but no, Taylor didn't look like that. In fact, you don't really remember what Taylor looked like ever.
Look at this asshole reading a newspaper. Who reads a newspaper? I don't even think they still made those.
Or
On the
just dying.
page of the newspaper, it does have a story about famous actor Taylor Morgan.
On the front
do we
page of the
notice that?
newspaper.
On the front page of the newspaper, it has a story.
You
Sorry,
open it
with
and
a
your face
23
lights up.
perception check, do I see that?
Yeah, you do.
Oh. Oh,
That'd be
same
such a good
thing.
guy.
look at this. This dude
God,
reads a
hide myself.
newspaper. Look at this newspaper. Apparently Taylor's filming something in the city. I can't believe that weirdo made it big.
Yeah.
He is weird. Hey, let's all go around and say 3 things we hated about him.
Well, there was that one time before we went to camp where he pretended to be my mom and embarrassed the shit out of me.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot about that too, yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Didn't he pretend to be Taylor Swift or something? I could have sworn that happened.
It was Taylor.
It was
They did-
Taylor Swift, yeah.
They did about everyone they could think of at any point in time.
Well, I'll tell you
With
what.
really no
It's a
rhyme or
shame he-
reason behind it.
No.
It's
He prefers people named Taylor.
Well, I mean, low-hanging fruit and all that. You stick with what you know.
I'd like to reach over and it's like, hey, excuse me, sir, yeah, you with the antiquated piece of media, can I see that? I think my friend is on one of those articles.
All right, can we borrow the front page just for a moment?
And can I have
assuming
the
you're not
comic
using it?
section?
Shit. I carefully remove the front page, the comic section, and the article about Taylor, and without putting down the newspaper, I carefully remove those sections and throw them at you guys.
Oh, that's going to be a sleight of hand check. While he does that, let's all talk about things that we didn't like about Taylor.
1, dick too big.
That's better. Sleight of hand check. All right.
And Taylor's just come back wearing a hat and sunglasses.
Reflective sunglasses.
The,
I think that's important.
the
It
person.
definitely looks like he steals books from the library.
I got a 9 on my sleight of hand check.
Right as you go to pass off the newspaper, it slips, and everyone sees that the face behind the newspaper matches the face on the front of the newspaper. And
You look like
everybody's
DB Cooper.
I'm gonna go back to
DB.
reading my newspaper like nothing happened, pretending like nothing happened.
You guys, I think this is that guy who jumped out of an airplane after holding everyone hostage.
So do we notice that it's Taylor? Do we?
I'll say you've probably picked up on that it's Taylor after that slip up, yeah.
Hey, nerd. What are you too good for us now?
I don't know you.
To be fair, that is about the his attitude towards us back when we were in high school too. So
We don't really know this
I'm
guy.
I'm a bit envious.
You must have me confused with somebody else.
You're right. Let's go back to saying mean things about our friend Taylor, though. The good thing he's not here to hear
I
them.
heard he had the smallest dick. I think you were wrong earlier.
Oh, maybe that's what I got confused about.
You guys spend the next couple hours just razzing Taylor.
hours.
A couple hours, just sitting there
It
catching
took
up.
40 minutes to make minute rice. What an idiot.
Wow, you guys are really mean to your friend Taylor. I wouldn't want to
Nah.
be him.
No, we love
neither
him.
would any
I
of
mean,
us.
I wouldn't want to be
If-
whoever that is, that person.
I'm sure if I wasn't
He's
here,
kinda-
all
he's
my
kind of a
friends that are
washed-out
best
movie
friends
star.
would talk shit.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't want to be a washed-up movie star either.
Well, I mean, he was all right in the last one he did.
I kind of liked him in the slow and the slightly serious. That was my favorite movie. Bunch of people in a room just
Honestly,
talking
he was
about
a
things
little
and
too-
not
he was a
driving.
little- He was a little too fast and effervescent for the role.
All of a sudden, you feel the brakes on the train engage and hear a very loud screeching sound as the train comes to a halt. You hear a voice come over the speaker telling you all to keep your seats. You hear some marching coming down the halls and going out the doors. You hear the sounds of swords being unsheathed, and you start to hear what sounds like a large creature's body slamming around outside. And then you hear the sounds of fighting beginning. At some point, the curtain was pulled over the window, so you can only hear this, you can't see.
Oh shit.
I'd
Oh
like to
shit.
open that curtain.
I gotta dump a bunch of stuff I have in my bag right now. Everyone, you didn't see me, okay?
It's I would also like to hand him a bunch of stuff. Why don't you take care of this while you're at it? Don't look.
What? What? Okay. I do. I just have. a
I never
bag
had
of
this. This was always yours.
porno mags. What are these doing here?
Disgraceful.
Sorry,
We'll
Percy,
discuss-
did you say you
We'll
opened the
figure out what
window?
you gave me.
No, I opened the blinds.
Okay.
The curtain.
You give off some suspicious merchandise, and then you open the blinds. The second you do, you see a snake that is pure white lunges at the window. This snake is absolutely massive. Think like the basilisk from the second Harry Potter movie. Its mouth slams into the thick glass right next to your face, leaving a sizable crack.
Neat.
The snake pulls away from the window, and you see a small platoon of CPP officers who are fighting this snake. You see people who are running in, lunging at it, taking up expert formations. It gets one of the CPP officers by the leg, and you can hear the crunch through the window as his leg breaks. Another brave soldier jumps and uses someone's shield for leverage to get up really high and stabs down through the creature's skull, killing it. The snake disappears in plumes of smoke. You see the CPP officers helping their friend out who had the broken leg, and you hear a voice come over the speaker that says, "Thank you very much for your patience while our CPP officers dealt with the creature that was blocking the tracks. We are just outside of the border to Valborough. Please remain seated and we will pull into the station momentarily." You feel a strange feeling wash over your body as you pass through the veil between the wilds and Valborough. All of your memories of who you truly are return to you, all of the magic that you hold in your bodies. Start with
Oh my
Mose.
God! It's gonna rain later. Fuck! I dressed for the wrong weather.
All right, we'll start out with Mercy. Mercy, what's new about you?
As an Eladrin, my aesthetic changes with the seasons, which is what I've been trying to do in the outside world. So instead of a faded dye job, it's now like autumn hair colors. Wait, sorry, what season is it?
I'll say it's probably around September, so we'll say autumn hair
Okay.
colors.
Uh, I'm still wearing the same clothes. There's nothing I can do about that. And my my skin shifts color to a slightly less fake tan. Uh, really, I just look more like what I had wanted to look like the entire time I had been gone, which was, chic and with it and ready to like have a look for every possible scenario. And now that I am magically capable of doing that, just ready to do it. Also, my ears get pointy.
Mose, what do we see?
That messy cyan hair just spreads all across the body, starts poking out from short sleeves of suit jackets, runs all the way down. Teeth start like jabbing into a big like underbite here. Those like dark eyes from earlier intensify into just these like black beads on my face, and my ears kind of push outwards a little bit more. And a tall cyan furred bugbear now sits in this cabin.
David, what do we see with you?
I'm the same. But I look at the other two and I go, hey, I don't mean to be rude, but you guys got to go. My friends might be coming back exactly where you were just, wait a minute. Neat.
And
No, I'm like, I go, wait. I think I can. And then I just make confetti shoot out of nowhere from my hands.
Taylor, what don't we see?
The stranger who you all mistook for your friend Taylor finally takes off his glasses and hat, revealing that it was, in fact, famous actor Taylor Lautner all along. And he says, I think I'm in the wrong car. And Taylor Lautner gets up and leaves the car.
Wait, are you single again? Oh, whatever. We'll ask him next time we see him.
Taylor, we know it's you. We're tired of your bullshit. We were tired of it 5 years ago. We're tired of it now.
No. Listen. That furry guy is clearly a Twilight fan, and I don't have the patience for this.
Weren't you in one of the
You
sequels?
talking to me?
No, I was clearly talking to the bugbear. Come on, get it together, David. I mean, person who I've never met before.
Whoa! This random person knows my name's David.
Y'all.
This is going to be the whole game tonight.
Buckle in, folks.
There will be no monsters to be fought. Or,
No,
there'll be no dungeons or dragons.
Suddenly you pull into a dragon and explore its dungeon. No. You begin to pass through the wall, this wall that surrounds Valborough that is hundreds of feet high. After a brief moment, the sunlight reappears, and you see Valborough in all its glory. It's a nice, quaint little town. You can see all of the small little buildings, and you see some clusters of apartment buildings where it's downtown. You see the absolutely massive Gothic cathedral that is the church for the one above all and the one below all. And then after a little bit, you pull into Valborough Station. You hear the sounds of people getting their belongings and getting off the train. When you go out onto the train platform, you see a myriad of different creatures. They're still humans, but when you got on this train, it was all humans. And now, as you get off, you see GIF, you see Three Keen, you see one dude who you remember was like this chubby dude wearing round glasses, and now you see a plasmoid who nods at you as he squishes on past you and gets off the train. What do you guys do?
So, where's this
Plasmoid
reunion
guy
I
makes-
wasn't invited to?
Well, I don't know about all those crazy monsters and creatures and fantasy creatures that you described, but Taylor Lautner is clearly still a human.
There are still a few humans, Taylor Lautner included.
I'm a human.
David included.
We're just normal men.
Don't you dare.
We're just innocent men.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Or whatever the song is from that. God damn it. Oh.
At the train station,
My fire alarm is going off. I gotta go.
a loud alarm begins to go off in the train station, and it's quickly determined to be someone's cell phone ringing. You look around and you see a CPP officer on duty, just one. He's an orc. You also see people going to and fro, meeting up with their family, meeting up with their friends. Who has the highest passive perception? Oh, actually, I have it right here. Mercy, you are the only one to notice as you get off the train. In the back of the crowd, there's an old man. He's got a large piece of luggage with him. He seems a bit out of place because you don't recognize him. His behavior seems a bit strange. He's looking around, and as you see him, he just turns around, walks away, and leaves the luggage unattended. What do you guys do?
Oh, do we all see that? I thought only one of us sees that.
Oh, Mercy, did you hear what I said?
Sorry, no, I was trying to turn off my fire alarm.
Oh, sorry. I thought Rod said that. Well, we'll say Mo saw that then, since
Okay, great.
since you didn't
The
have a
only-
fire
The
alarm
only
issue.
person who saw it was the player who wasn't here.
Sorry, what did I see?
No, it's okay. Mo
It's okay,
saw it
Mo
now.
saw it now. You'll see the next thing.
Great.
Your passive perception would have been high enough to see this thing, except you were too busy being pissed off at Taylor.
It was your cell phone that went off with the fire alarm sound. You're like,
I was too busy on Blinstagram.
Okay. I'm gonna run over, grab that suitcase, and try and like chase after the dude that left it. Just like, sure, you left this.
You pick it up, and it is incredibly heavy. It
Sure.
probably weighs about, I'll say a good 2 to 300 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Like a
Okay.
normal sized briefcase?
No,
Is
this
it
is
enriched
this
uranium?
is like a 5.5, 6 foot tall briefcase. It's huge.
That's not a briefcase.
Like a sizable luggage.
That's a car
It's
without
6
wheels.
foot- Exactly.
It's a small car without wheels.
This is like a shed. You've described a shed, a small shed.
Why would that piece of luggage not have wheels? I have problems with the functionality of this universe.
I have
It's
a
not-
suitcase that's much smaller that does have wheels. So why does this one not have?
So you're gonna try and bring this gentleman his luggage?
Yeah, I think we're skipping the bring him in the suitcase thing if this is the size of me.
Yeah, it's a bit smaller than you. You're really, really big, but it's probably about 5 feet tall, I'll say. It is a really big luggage case.
So I'll try and kind of like chase after the dude for a bit. See if I
Okay.
can get his attention.
Yeah, you go to chase after him, but you are unable to find him. He's disappeared into the crowd.
Hey David, I'll give you five gold if you can open that case.
I'll do anything for 5 gold. What should I be using to try to open it? I guess
You just see a zipper.
straight up
Like
string.
your hands.
Oh,
I have a question. Like a
Answer.
D&D question. Do we have spells prepared?
I'll say
Because we
as
have not had spells prepared for the past 5 years. Like, do we have spells prepared?
I'll say you left with spells prepared. You've arrived with spells prepared.
The same spells.
The
From
same
years
spells.
past.
You've
These
been
musty
level
old
1 for
spells.
5 years.
Oh, this old thing?
Yeah. You want to open it up, David?
I'm just looking if I think I should have gloves. I should have like adventuring gear or leather gloves or woodworking or something.
I would say because you're a tinkerer, you probably have a pair of like leather
Yeah.
gloves that you can slide on.
I definitely, yeah, I have like.
Oh, he
Yes,
doesn't have
okay.
goo handling gloves? Just on pocket.
Could I like stick my hand in the bag of holding and my hands are coated in like goo?
Sure, you've got goo hands.
All right, hang on, gentlemen.
Canonically, he has a bag
Everyone,
of
my
holding
bad.
filled with goo.
All right,
Okay.
I guess I'll try and pull the zipper down.
You pull the zipper down, and as you do, it explodes open, and two
With
two
Fire?
bodies.
We've been tricked.
Is one of them Taylor Lautner?
No.
Because that would have been really embarrassing for me.
You call for the CPP officer to come over, and he comes walking over, and he's like,
Oh, what's going on over here? Oh, what is this? 2 dead bodies? What's going on?
and as he starts to speak, you see those dead bodies begin to slowly stand up. You see that the dead bodies are made up of different corpses, pieces, all attached together, with a black thread. As they stand up, they turn growling at David. Let's all roll for initiative.
Oh, okay.
I got a 12.
How do
I
I
also
do
got a 12.
that?
Sorry, Mose,
My
you got a 12?
dex is 3.
Mine is 0. So,
David, what'd you get?
what do you think?
An evil 13.
David got a 13.
Oh, 15. 15.
15, just kidding. Taylor, what'd you get? Gotcha.
Taylor got 6.
Good job, Taylor.
I mean, Taylor Lautner is not an adventurer, you know. He's an actor.
David, you actually get to act first on this initiative. So right now, I'll say Mose, Taylor Lautner, and Mercy, you're maybe about 15 feet away from this suitcase. I'll say that the orc came over and is standing with you, the CPP orc. And David, you're right next to these two zombies.
Oh shit! Right next to them.
Right next to them. You open the suitcase. They flopped out on the ground. They gotten up and they're both starting to lunge at you.
David,
hands are covered
this
in
is what you
grease.
always wanted. Don't come.
What? 2 gross dead zombies?
Don't ghosts make you horny?
What? No, they're not ghosts. Are these things ghosts? That's like saying a zombie and a werewolf are the same thing. My hands are covered in slime, right? I'm gonna shove them against the faces of these creatures to try and like blind them temporarily.
Why not just blind them with slime? Okay, make me an unarmed attack.
Oh god, just a straight up D20 then?
I guess is your strength 0.
Oh, +1. 5.
5. You throw your hands up at the zombie closest to you. It's the one with the longer hair, and it kind of like tries to bite at your fingers as you put your hands near its eyes. So you get scared and pull back at the last second.
Yeah.
That same zombie with the long hair is in turn just going to attack you straight back. It is going to. Now I'm forewarning you guys. These aren't D&D zombies. These are a little bit different from those zombies. So, good luck.
What you talking about, Willis?
However, I did only roll a 7. So as this zombie leans in to try and bite those fingers, you manage to pull your fingers out of the way and not get bit. Mercy, it is your turn.
Okay, interesting. So there's 2 of these dudes. They gross.
They're gross. They're
David,
very gross.
I don't like their aesthetic at all.
Yeah, they've got like weird. One limb is bigger than the other, or you can see that their eyes aren't the same. Like they smell incredibly bad. They've got like this weird black, like grossness that's sliding around on the floor as they like struggle to stand. Mm. And now David's put goo everywhere, so that adds to it.
Listen, y'all are like ruining the vibe.
have.
So I reach into my purse and pull out just like a handful of different crystals. It's like,
Okay.
I hate to use these. I hate to use these for this kind of nonsense. But here we go. And I cast Magic Stone, and which is a bonus action, and then I take one of them and pitch it as hard as I can at the zombie closest to David.
Okay, that would be the one with the long hair.
Wait, this zombie is made up of multiple different corpse.
Not corpse, they're
right?
quartz.
Yes. It's quartz, okay.
Quartz.
Okay, roll this, see if you hit.
That's gonna be a 9.
Mercy, you throw your stone and it goes past that zombie and lands directly beside the other zombie. It immediately turns and looks at you, cocks its head to the side, and begins to lunge for you.
God, I knew I shouldn't have used citrine. Ugh.
Taylor, you seem to have a question about how they were stitched together?
Well, my question was just that is the fact that the different pieces come from different people, meaning that the guy's left arm and his right arm might have different astrological signs. Is that going to muck up Mercy's spell? But
that's a good
yes,
point.
that's exactly what
happens.
happened.
That's what I was trying to interject.
Gosh,
with,
what are you doing
but,
right now?
You know, then I realized, what the hell? Let Mercy figure it out.
Yeah, Mercy, you thought you were throwing it at a Leo, but you were actually throwing it at a Capricorn, Scorpio, Libra. Sorry, girl.
Oh, that's such a Capricorn, Scorpio, Libra energy.
How could anyone have been prepared for that? 3 sun signs? Insane.
Mose, you're up.
Is it possible for me to like run around to the suitcase and try and like close one of these zombies inside of it?
Uh, yeah. Okay. We'll call that a grapple check.
All right, cool, cool, cool.
It is going to be hard to beat because I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 13.
13. You were going for the one near David, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
So you see it reach its hands up and grab either side of the case, and then just rip it out of your hands and throw it into the crowd, and you hear one random dude go, "Oh!" You see the CPP orc officer go. He rushes forward towards the one that just threw the suitcase. He's gonna raise his great axe up and try and cut this guy, and he just barely hits. And what is my damage for this?
Rip.
He does 7 damage to that one. So you see he raises up his axe and brings it down and cleaves off part of this zombie's head, sending brain matter everywhere. He then says,
Take that, foul demon.
Taylor, it's your turn.
It's my turn.
It is your
Sorry,
turn.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
I'm not Taylor Lautner. I'm American professional tennis player Taylor Fritz.
No, it's Taylor Fritz's turn. My mistake. I must have
Fuck's
written
sake.
down. It must have auto-corrected.
Because Taylor Lautner offered 5 gold to David to open that suitcase, and then Taylor Lautner fucked off as soon as he did that. Right?
Oh
No.
yeah, hey.
How am I gonna get like 5 gold now?
I
Oh,
don't
I
know,
did
but
too.
Taylor
Thanks for
Fritz
reminding me.
is here. Is like, holy shit, zombies! God
Hey, Taylor
damn.
Fritz, use your tennis racket to smash these motherfuckers in the face.
What a great idea! If only I had brought my tennis racket with me.
Oh,
I
no.
left it on the train. I better go get it. I turned to go back to the train.
You just go back into the train.
Yeah, I get back on the train.
I'm looking up what Taylor Fritz looks like. Oh, I mean that's a weird picture of him on Wikipedia, but
Yeah, it is. That's why I went.
all right.
Oh,
He's got
that's a handsome guy.
yeah. Why is he doing like an overbite underbite
What?
thing? And he's got hair like he's a science experiment. Okay.
And his
Yeah.
shirt's like halfway up too. Why is
Yeah.
this?
No.
He's
This
like,
is his-
he's like
Hmm,
sexy,
I'm
but
also
not
looking
at
at
the
this
same
picture.
time.
Nice.
Anyway,
So,
Taylor Fritz gets
What is
back on the
happening?
train.
the short-haired zombie goes and lunges at Mercy and goes to bite her and gets a nat 20.
Don't love that.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 damage as it rushes forward and bites you on the shoulder. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I'd rather not.
I think that you have
Oh,
to.
I got a 2 plus 1. I got a 3.
Okay, well, you currently have the poisoned condition,
Again, don't love that for me.
and there is an immense pain shooting through your shoulder right now.
Oh my god, this gross dude just made me feel so bad. Can somebody help?
Yeah, just wait until my next turn.
It is David's turn.
What do we even pay you for?
To serve and protect.
Good job, asshole.
I cut this one's head. Give me a second. I did better than your rock.
David Zatz, it's your turn.
Are these zombie things still on the other side of me?
So one is beside you with the orc. Another one is fighting Mercy. Mose is also near where you are, and Taylor has gone inside of the train.
Right. I'm sure he's going to take his shirt off or something. All right. Those are all the pictures that I was able to see on the internet.
There are a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. This guy needs to keep his shirt on. Or not, you know. I may as well just try fucking crossbowing this thing at like point blank range.
And yeah, it's normal in this world to carry around weapons. Your clothing, what looks like a hoodie, might actually be heavy armor. What looks like a light t-shirt might be light armor. They've gotten very inventive with like bulletproof technology, and pretty much everywhere is open carry for swords and crossbows and stuff. Guns are rare. Just so everybody's aware why David pulling a crossbow out of nowhere. Makes sense. So David, you pull a
In my
crossbow.
bag.
You pull a goopy crossbow out of your bag.
For me,
Now,
right?
that being
Yep.
said, you are within 5 feet of this zombie, so if you're going to
Yeah.
attack it there, you're going to do it at disadvantage.
15 with a disadvantage.
That still hits? You.
All right, that's 1d8. That's 1 plus 2, 3.
Your arrow goes through its mouth, out the back of its head, and goes flying off into the crowd and out into an open field without hitting anybody else. It is now that zombie's turn. It has a huge hole in the back of its head, and it's just going to lunge right back at you, David.
Are the CPP doing nothing?
That sounds about right.
The first one did like a good hit. First one got like a good hit in.
Okay, you got a pretty good damage. That's a 24
We're
though.
talking about metaphors.
Guys do good work for the community.
David, you take 2 damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw. I rolled before with the wrong number, by the way. 9.
Oh no. You see this zombie lunge at you and bites you in the forearm straight through to the bone. It goes right through the gloves that you just put on.
Oh.
So now we got 2 poisoned homies. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Where is he? I think you still have two crystals left that you can yeet.
Yeah, but I'm feeling a bit woozy. I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself. I would like to try and move away first and then cast Cure Wounds.
Sure. So it is going to take an opportunity attack on you, and it only gets a 9, so it misses.
I'm going to move as far away from it as I can on my turn, which is 30 feet, and then cure myself using one of my spell slots.
Do you want to jump onto the train with Taylor, Fritz?
Taylor, yes, absolutely. So I run into there, and as I'm running in, I cast Cure Wounds, and I see Taylor Fritz. I'm like, oh, Taylor Fritz, I didn't recognize you with your shirt on.
Just because every picture of me on the internet has me taking my shirt off doesn't mean I don't wear a shirt when I'm not playing professional tennis.
Oh my gosh. Mose, it's your
It's
turn.
insane how it truly is. Like, we have
Every
three separate photos on doc
Of him taking his shirt off.
truly in the midst of it coming off too, not just shirtless.
It's just
Actively
it's an
moving.
action shot.
photos. Yeah.
It's an art. It's an art as
Cool.
well.
I think Mose is entering a bit of a panic state here. Just like, you just stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. Stop. Gonna throw up his hands. I'm gonna throw out a guiding bolt at this one nearby us, that long hair zombie. Panic bolt. It's gonna be a 13.
Yeah, that hits. They're just wearing like rags.
That's all right, actually.
Their fashion sense just needs some work.
That is 15 points of radiant damage.
How would you like to kill it?
So I'm like freaking out, just like, stop. I'm like throwing up my hands, just kind of waving them around. There's like a little light that starts to glow underneath of my tie, kind of poking out through the buttonholes of my shirt. And then just this blast of light shoots out from my hands and just like melts away this zombie's like full head. And there's just like the stump of its neck just like stuck there as it then falls over.
Yeah, it raises one hand up to try and stop the guiding bolt, and the guiding bolt also severs its hand at the wrist. You see, as its head melts, this hand flips, lands finger first, just like, and scuttles towards David. Oh
It'll like stomp on it. Or is it still an entity in combat?
Oh, it's still an entity in combat. Now you have to deal with a crawling claw. The
Horrible.
orc is
That's my
going to
turn.
go. The orc sees this claw land in front of him and rolls to attack it, and definitely hits. And he only needs to do 2 damage to this thing. So he just sees it land, goes, raises his great axe down, and cleaves it in half. Taylor Fritz, it's your turn. What would you
Looking
like to do?
for a tennis racket.
Y-
I assume
yeah.
I don't find my tennis racket because there never was one.
Well, you never know. Why don't you roll me investigation, and you will have to get pretty high to find an actual tennis racket.
Hey, that's a number 13.
13. With a 13, you find a squash racket, which To a layman, they won't be able to tell what the difference is.
I pick it up and say, "Ah, my tennis racket. See? Told you I was Taylor Fritz."
Could we get an exact description of the difference between these two rackets?
So pretty much tennis rackets are just heavier. However, this one does very clearly on the like knitting say squash.
Squash brand.
Yep, squash brands, squash rackets. Anyways, it's the zombie's turn, and the zombie uses its turn to move up into the train. The train currently has no lights on, so he's entirely backlit and just looks terrifying as he raises his arms and clambers down the train towards Taylor Fritz and Mercy.
Love the spooky vibes. I hate the atmosphere.
David, it's your turn. I'm going to say that right now you're about 35 feet away from the zombie on the train.
What's my movement? 30 feet.
30
and you said
feet.
it's 35. So I can't crossbow it, right?
If you move first, get onto the train, you can crossbow it. And you'll be about 20 feet away from it still.
Okay, well then let's do that. Poison creatures disadvantage. No. No. Oh, no. 8.
That hits.
Oh, that's good. Sorry. I wanted to aim for like its foot or its ankle. If I'm gonna put a hole in it, I may as well do it in its ankle so it can't
Go
walk.
for it.
I guess I just roll
As soon
regular
as you
damage.
do that, it's going to pop off into a different tiny zombie hand or foot. Big difference.
5.
5 damage? Yeah, you put a nice slash through its thigh, and it's limping more than it was before. Mercy.
That'll slow it down.
Okay, there's just the one zombie left.
Yes, that's correct. It's just the one zombie who's got its arms outstretched, its shadow long on the train floor as it slowly clambers towards you.
You should set
How far
set
away
me
is it?
up to smack your gemstone. Throw your gemstone in the air so I can smack it with my tennis
Can I
racket.
throw one of the so what I'd like to do is hurl one of the gemstones and if possible as a bonus action like kind of just like toss the other one to tennis sensation Taylor Fritz to set him up for the serve.
Absolutely, you can do that. That is way too cool to say no to.
I'm gonna roll here. I got a 17
That hits.
to hit with the stone I threw.
Did you roll with disadvantage because you're poisoned?
No, I did not. Let me roll that again. I got a 17 with disadvantage.
Amazing. You hit.
I rolled a 6 plus 3, so it's 9.
So the stone goes flying right into its rib cage, and you just hear horrible cracking sounds.
Tourmaline was way better to damage zombies. Got it.
And you throw the other one up in the air to give to Taylor Fritz for the serve. Mose, it is your turn.
It's easier now that you know it's a Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo.
Yeah, it's way easier to deal with astrological threats when you know what they are.
Astrological threats.
It's a real thing.
It's just so much to. We're putting a lot of sauce on that term.
Mose, what are you doing?
So I will make my way towards the train. I do only have 20 feet of movement.
You only have 20 feet of movement.
Because I am wearing heavy armor without the strength stat to make it work. So
A suit is heavy armor? Jeez, I'm
Mine is.
super restricted.
You get about 5 feet into the train.
perfect, great. Toll the dead.
It's a wisdom save. Oh, this is the smartest zombie you've ever seen, guys. You wouldn't even believe it.
That
Maybe
doesn't
not
pass.
the smartest. He fails. Your face says he fails anyway.
Yeah, definitely just as smart as a Scorpio, Libra, Capricorn, right?
All right, and we hit him with stuff. So D12 damage.
Oh,
2.
man. Oh, God.
2 points of necrotic damage.
Yep. You hear the same alarm that went off earlier for the phone. That same alarm bell goes off for this guy's head, and he goes, "Uh-huh." It doesn't really affect him very much. You see some like blood come out of his ears. The orc uses his movement to dash as close as he can get to the zombie. He's about 10 feet away from it. Unfortunately, he does not quite make it there on his turn. Taylor Fritz, the ball is in the air.
American professional tennis player, international sensation, Taylor Fritz. His shirt starts to lift up with it, and you see his abs, and he just goes smack, and he hits that
Somebody used
gemstone.
prestidigitation to lift the rest of his shirt up.
Smack, and he hits that gemstone.
Right when you do this, the AC on the train blows your shirt up almost to your face.
Therefore, he has disadvantage on the roll because
This is a real thing, you guys. If you're doubting this, go Google Taylor Fritz images.
Do
right
I have a
now.
charmed
You will
condition
see.
now?
I'm positive we are going to cause a notable shift in the Google search results for Taylor Fritz for the first time ever. No, he's never been talking
Taylor
about
Fritz
this
is going to be like, why am I trending?
I'm going to say roll me an attack roll using your dex or your spell attack actually probably makes more sense.
If it's a spell attack, I got a 22, and if it's a dexterity attack, I got a 20.
It doesn't. That's a hit either way, for
if
sure.
it's a spell attack, it's a 22. If it's a dexterity attack, it's a 20. I don't know. Looking at him.
Magic Stone is 1d6 plus 3.
I will roll a d6. Hang on. I got a 4 plus 3 is 7.
That might have been a fault. You're over the line.
At that exact moment, you know in every sports movie where like something amazing is about to happen and it slows down and you hear dun 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 dun.
It's a fire.
That starts to play over the speaker as your squash racket connects with the stone. It bends back forcibly, almost breaking, and then goes launching directly at this zombie. How do you want this stone to kill it?
I want the stone to go right into the zombie's eye and explode the back of his skull with a brilliant display of colorful flashing lights.
The gemstone goes flying through the air and hits his eye socket and explodes out the back of his skull. And amidst the bloods and brain and skull and gore, there's beautiful little chunks of crystals that fly through the air for a moment. And the orc goes, wow, you guys are pretty strong for a couple of kids.
Taylor Fritz was born in 1997. I mean, he's not a kid. I'm 26, clearly.
Oh, yeah, the rest of you guys all look like you're maybe like
He's older than
20, 23 at most.
I take a compliment whenever I'm given one.
So you guys aren't looking too good. Can we take a look at those wounds for a second?
Oh yeah, I got like I didn't notice it until just now. I was probably like, ow.
Mercy and David, you both look at your wounds and you see black veins extending from the point of infection.
Ow.
I
Even-
step in and I say, hey, Mercy, your arm's over the line.
Hey, Taylor Fritz, how the fuck do you know my name, you absolute shithead?
That's a vicious mockery.
What do you mean?
That line delivery was incredible. Oh, someone clip that, please.
I'm not kidding. Mercy has to roll a saving throw.
Are you actually using vicious mockery? You fuck.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. What saving throw am I rolling?
It's a
Excuse me.
wisdom saving throw.
Taylor Fritz, he made a lifelong enemy. I got a motherfucking 19 plus. I'm sure 19 is gonna clear it, whatever it is. I don't have to fucking add.
Whatever you say that's mean to Mercy is nothing compared to what she says to herself. The cop stands between Taylor Fritz and Mercy, and he says to Mercy, hey, whoa. Taylor Fritz is a national icon. We're going to need you to respect that and just take a step back, please.
I don't think that's part of your purview, sir.
Listen, I just want to make sure that you guys are okay. And also just want to say that I'm very impressed. That was some good hustle out there. I'm very...
Wish we could say the same. Again, what are our tax dollars paying for exactly?
I did a lot of damage to the first one, and when it turned into a hand, I destroyed the hand.
Seems like we did a lot of damage to the first one, then you dealt with the hand.
Sorry to interrupt. Can I get a doctor?
Oh, I'm sorry. Scrape some of that goo off so I don't have to touch it, and then I will give you a heal.
There we go.
No, you just okay. Okay, just point your finger. Just point your finger. Maybe point your elbow. Point your elbow instead. That's very good. Okay, and I cast Cure Wounds on him.
You do cure wounds on him. You, the way you feel right now, definitely feel not great.
Can I
By the
cast
way,
Charm Person on David to convince him he feels fine? It's a placebo effect, but it'll work. Maybe.
David, you get +6 HP.
Thanks. I only needed 2.
Why did you make me waste my precious magical ability? I just
I'm-
got these back.
Okay. Well,
thought you were
I think we'll
hurt.
be fine. I am hurt. There's fucking bite marks and
It's
black shit in
emotional
my
hurt
arm.
does not count.
Both of you guys, as you're arguing, start to feel a little hungry. Taylor, you wanted to cast Charm Person on David?
I'm over it.
All right.
No. That'd be...
I'm over it.
I found out he had only 2 points of damage and that they were all healed, and I was like, yeah, he doesn't. It's
I'm still poisoned. Jesus Christ.
Listen, I've called some backup in. We're gonna figure out what's going on. We need to investigate and see where these zombies came from. Did any of you guys see anything?
They came from that suitcase.
Did you see anything beforehand? Because I saw you,
And he points at David.
I saw you open it,
yeah. Why did you do that?
and then you were yelling after
David
somebody.
hungry.
You're not that far gone yet, buddy.
We got off the train, and then there was this tall man, very shadowed, that just kind of dropped it and disappeared into the rest of the crowd. I tried to follow him, lost sight.
Would you say that this guy was maybe like 5 feet tall and looked like an old dude?
Don't think I could confirm those details. I saw a tall man drop off a suitcase, and that's basically all I got. I'm sorry, I could not be more helpful here.
Sorry, did any of us get those details?
Yeah, so Mose would have seen exactly what I was describing there. I think I said an old man about 5 feet. I said old, not tall. And you see the orc go, huh, again. Anyway, well, you guys should probably get on going where you need to go. See if you can sleep that off for the night.
Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean another one?
Well, I probably shouldn't be telling you, but
Excuse me, I insist.
I mean, I was going to, but now it seems a little weird.
But keep talking.
Yeah, no, I don't think I want to anymore. Yeah,
I make an intimidation check then.
You want to try and intimidate him? Sure, but roll it at disadvantage because you're tiny and he is a big orc man and you are not threatening.
Can I cast Charm Person on him and say, yeah, you really shouldn't tell all these people, but you can tell me because I'm a celebrity?
Yes, you can after this roll. We'll see what happens here.
I got a 4.
Yeah, he laughs at you and says,
maybe if you were part of the CPP, I could tell you.
Where's the nearest hospital?
Taylor Fritz says, you really shouldn't tell all these people, but you could tell me. I mean, I'm a celebrity.
what's the saving throw for Charm Person?
14. Wisdom.
Wisdom. He fails and he leans in close and he goes,
Taylor Fritz, you're my hero.
Yeah, I know.
The-
and for
the-
the next hour, you will feel that way.
The reason I got into tennis was to mimic you swinging an axe, but with a tennis racket.
And then he pulls up his shirt and shows that he has a tattoo where it looks kind of like the MLB logo, where it's just like the shadow, but it's very obviously a Taylor Fritz pose. And then he says,
I've always been a big fan of the things you do. And, well, listen, there's been 2 other attacks in town. There was the kid that got bit at the mall, and then there was also a CPP officer that got bit up at Camp Lake.
What happened
Wait.
to them?
That's
sorry,
horrible.
No.
any of us
What
hear that?
happened to them?
Did anybody else hear that, or was he whispering that to me?
he's whispering that just to you.
I
So
say, wow, that's horrible. Don't you think that with 3 attacks in recent history, you should escort this very important person, this celebrity, to the local 5-star hotel, so that I don't get accosted by any more zombies on the way there.
Well, is that where you're currently staying at? The local 5-star hotel, Taylor Fritz?
Where else would a celebrity like me be staying?
I'm
I get that.
pushing him out of the way, and I'm grabbing the police officer, and I'm going, for fuck's sake, where is the nearest hospital, and what happened to the other police officers who got bit?
Well, one was a kid and one was a police officer. I don't know why you were listening so closely to my conversation with my hero, Taylor Fritz.
I'm bit! I'm bit! Okay? And I'm not a child police officer or a police
Calm
officer.
down. You'll be fine.
Everyone shut the fuck up. Where's a hospital?
Can I cast Charm Person on David now?
Yes, you can. David, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Please, for the love of Christ, fail.
You don't want to fail. You want to succeed.
11. Completely middling.
That's a fail.
You fail. So just so you know what this does, you are charmed by me for the next hour, and until the spell ends, or until I do anything harmful to you, you must regard me as a friendly acquaintance. And I have
Define
advantage
harmful.
on any charisma checks against you. You really like me, Tyler.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Taylor Fritz, I'm so sorry. I just need some moments with this person. I'm fucking poisoned right now.
Yeah, that's probably a big deal. I'm sure that we'll get you the medical attention that you need in short order. And if you needed to be rushed to the emerge, these police officers who have dealt with this would have already done so.
Yeah, so the other two they seem to be okay
I'm
after
gonna eat
the
it,
initial
Taylor
bite.
Fritz.
So they're both just at home right now recuperating.
I have
You
2
see?
questions.
Uh, I'll try and answer them to the best of my ability. Whether we'll-
First, this is an order of importance. First, when you smack something with your axe, because you're such a big fan of Taylor Fritz, do you yell "Fritz" when you smash something in the face? And second, I would like to do a medicine check on myself and David to see if there is some sort of lingering disease that we have going on.
You got it. So to answer your question, I say it under my breath, and it every morning I listen to Taylor Fritz interviews to get myself pumped up for the day. Actually,
Does
he
Taylor
pulls
Fritz
out
have a podcast?
he
Do we
pulls
give it
out
away?
his AirPod that he was wearing the entire time, and he paid Taylor Fritz at some point to speak motivational things, and he has them just on loop in his ear.
Yeah, from my cameo.
Yeah, he puts it
Sorry.
closer, and you hear Taylor Fritz going, "You can do it. You're the best." And he puts it back in his ear, and it's what keeps it keeps the depression away.
Sorry, officer. What was your name?
I haven't told you my name yet.
Oh, wait, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
I actually have legally changed my name to Taylor, so you can call me that.
Hilarious. I mean, I thought his fandom of me was because of the spell that I cast on him, but he clearly had that iPod thing from beforehand. So...
Oh yeah. Oh no. He also has a
No, he just
tattoo.
downloaded all of that in the last 2 minutes.
If anything, you just made it like 4,000 times worse. Yeah.
Can we?
Can we make that medicine check, please?
Yeah. Roll the medicine check.
19 is what I got then.
With a 19, you look really closely at David's forearm, and you see the black veins slowly spreading out from the wound. You see that the wound is already congealed, but the blood has turned kind of a blackish color.
Get my hero Taylor Fritz out of here before something bad happens to me.
The CPP is going to escort me to my 5-star hotel, and you know what? I think it would be very great if they dropped these 2 wounded people off on the hospital on the way there.
Sure. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah, I guess I will drive you to the hospital and to the hotel.
I will not be going to any hospital. Modern medicine is a scam. I will be healing myself, thank you. With the power of crystals
Well, but
Or
this
just-
guy wants a hospital, so
I'm
he's
calling
wrong.
911
We
on
can,
my
we can,
device
I
right
can
now.
take care of that myself. He doesn't need a hospital.
he's going to a hospital.
They're just going to poison him with drugs.
You
Not that I have
Yes,
anything
that's
against
what I
drugs,
want.
but like pharmaceuticals, they're gonna poison.
I am poisoned, and I'd like to be
Well-
poisoned by other types of drugs, please.
as you were all sitting there discussing this, a bunch of other CPP officers begin to arrive. You see them laying out tape, cordoning off the area, pushing the crowd back that's a bit curious about what happened. You see them gathering some evidence of some stuff. They pick up the shattered stones, and the other stone that got thrown earlier. They take the squash racket into evidence as well.
Can I, while they're doing that, where's the hand?
That's my racket. That's my tennis racket.
The hand was cut in half laying on the ground. Would you like to try and investigate it
uh,
before the police do?
I'd like to kind of scoop that up
Sure.
and like stuff it in whatever backpack or stuff it in my purse for further
Doesn't
investigation
trust
before
doctors,
they take
but
it.
does want to carry a necromantic zombie hand with you.
Roll me a sleight of hand check. You're gonna have to beat a 10.
Is that going to be with disadvantage because I am poisoned, or am I no longer poisoned?
You're still poisoned.
Jesus. Okay. Then that's gonna be a 6 at best.
Okay. You go to try and scoop the hand up. And as you do that, Taylor, the orc, notices and goes, "Hey, whoa, what are you doing?" But when you do that, you notice
Oh, I just wanted a
something.
souvenir.
You do notice something interesting as you go to try and scoop it up. You see a very, very shiny silver ring with almost a floral design and a sapphire sitting in the middle of it. And it's on the ring finger of this hand. And then Taylor the orc picks it up and puts it in an evidence bag and passes it off to somebody. He looks at you and he says, "If you weren't friends with Taylor Fritz," and just shakes his head disapprovingly.
Oh, we're not friends. We just met.
Oh,
I saved Taylor Fritz's life.
if you
I set him up with
didn't,
the perfect serve.
Not really.
if you didn't help us kill that zombie, shakes his head disapprovingly.
It wasn't the perfect serve. I was over the line.
Your form was perfect. Your stance was off. It's honestly.
Oh, fucking
Honestly,
God. Taylor the orc, he smiles and he says, "Listen, guys, I really got to get back to work. Taylor Fritz, just give me a few minutes and I will give you a ride to the hotel. We just got to bag this stuff in evidence." You see them start to pack the body up. They pack up the hand with the ring. Everybody give me a round of perception checks just in case you notice anything else while they do this.
I got a nat 20.
Nat 20, okay.
Iconic. I was going to ask questions about adding guidance to this, but I guess we got a crit in the room.
with disadvantage, I got a 14.
Actually, you know what? I don't
11. One of them was a 20, but
I don't
What'd you
trust
get,
Taylor to actually divulge anything. Can I use guidance on this?
Yes.
Great. So then that's a 15 exactly.
With a nat 20, Taylor, this one's very specific. You see the hand as it's going into the bag, and you see the cord that was used to tie the hand to like the wrist stump. And you recognize that it's made of an incredibly expensive material. You remember when you were at a hardware store downtown? That hardware store was the only place where you could buy this specific type of thread. It's a thread that conducts electricity. Mose, with a 15, you see on one thigh piece an intricate dragon head tattoo. It's like a blue dragon head that's breathing out fire. So the other two people, you don't see anything that you haven't seen already. They pack it all up, and he gives Taylor Fritz and Mose, I guess, a ride to the hotel, and then he drops off David along the way. Mercy, I guess you take a bus home.
The in shame, yes. Is there an Uber?
You could take an
I
Uber
can't.
home.
Mercy can't afford an Uber at this point.
Your mom gives you an Uber. She sends an Uber to come pick you up. She's like super excited for you to come home.
Ugh, I hate it.
She actually when you call your mom answers and she says,
Like,
we're so
hey, mom. I'm at the train station. I came home like you asked.
oh my
I
gosh.
can't really.
Oh, we're so glad you're coming home. Do you need one of us to come and get you? Oh, your dad can come and pick you up.
No,
Yeah.
no, please don't.
And you hear your dad, and he's like, "Oh, is Mercy at the train station? Okay, I'll go pick up. I'll go pick up. No problem, no problem."
No, thank you. Do you have the Fubar app?
Yeah, the Fupa app. Listen, I'm making some dinners. Come on over. We're having some salads.
Do you know about Fubar?
I don't. I can't say that I do.
It's like just you have a cell phone, just download it and call one to the train
I don't.
station.
How do I download on this app? Is it under the call menu? I can't find. I'm gonna need your help. We're gonna have to sit down and you'll show me.
Fine, just come pick me up. I can't. I would rather suffer the embarrassment of you picking me up than having to explain to you how the App Store works.
Yeah, so it takes him a little bit, but when he pulls up, he's in a beat up green electric car.
Electric, how passe.
You see that he has a booster seat in the front because he's a goblin and he needs it to see over the steering wheel. He gets out and he says, "Hey, Mercy, oh, my beautiful daughter, oh, how I've missed you so. You've grown so much in the last 5 years. You're so beautiful."
Yes, and you have not, and I missed you too. It's okay,
Oh,
I can reload.
oh, you gotta come on home. Everybody misses you so much. Your brother, in anticipation, is hiding out in his room, not doing anything involving the family.
Honestly, that's a mood. Can he just keep staying in there so he doesn't have to be mean to me?
Oh, you kids, you're gonna love each other one day. That's what I keep saying. That's what I keep saying. That's what I keep
Yeah,
saying.
you just keep saying that, pops. Well, maybe it'll be true.
So, what's this injury that you got? It looks pretty painful. I've got some natural goblin remedies that we can try at home if you'd like.
Pops, I have my own natural remedies I've cultivated in the wider world. There's so much stuff going on out there that you don't even know about. Your weird homebrew goblin bullshit just is base.
Tell me one.
Well, listen, if you grind up garlic and smear it on your taint, it turns out it gives you psychic powers.
I'm trying this when we get home.
Please don't. I don't want to smell it.
He calls up his wife and he goes, "Persephone, Persephone, if you rub garlic on my taint, it's gonna make me have psychic powers, and I really want to be a psychic
Did you say
goblin."
taint?
He did.
That's what I
Um,
said.
yep. And he's screaming this with the windows down. We cut over to the hotel. Taylor Fritz, you walk into a five-star hotel, and I think Mose and David are with you.
Unless David wanted to be dropped off at a hospital.
Yeah, okay, so he gets dropped off at the hospital, and Taylor the Orc, before he leaves, turns to you and he says, "So, Taylor Fritz, I obviously can tell that you're able to see the obscured and that you have great power, you and your friends. There's been a shift in power in Valborough, and the person who was originally in charge of the CPP, who was a visible person, is no longer in charge, and instead, somebody who is able to see the obscured is in charge. And they're putting together a special division. So if you and your friends have any interest in something like that, he hands you a business card. Go and talk to this man. His name is Lieutenant Poop."
Poop.
Oop.
I don't know why you would tell me this, and I don't know why I care. But thank you for the information anyway. I also don't know what you're talking about with this obscured, visible bullshit. Clearly, I'm just a normal person, and I don't have any interest in any of that. But please escort me into my hotel and such.
He escorts you into the hotel and he says, "Listen, I gotta get back to work."
Just wait 1 second. Excuse me, person at the concierge or whatever. I am famous tennis player Taylor. I forgot my last name already.
Fritz.
Fritz. Taylor Fritz. I am famous tennis player Taylor Fritz, and I believe you have a reservation for me.
The high elf who's working the concierge says,
Well, I do not believe that we have a reservation for Taylor Fritz.
Can you believe this? I say to the charmed CPP officer. They lost my reservation. This is unconscionable. You have to use your authority to do something about this.
the charm has worn off about 10 minutes ago, but he loves Taylor Fritz so much that he's still going to try and help you. So he walks over and he says,
Excuse me, sir, do you realize
who you're talking to?
Well, I was under the impression this was a man named Taylor Fritz.
That's right. Legend, superstar, demigod of tennis, practically, Taylor Fritz. And you're going to say that you can't make a room available for him after messing up his reservation?
Have you seen me without my shirt on? Like,
I cannot say that I have seen you without your shirt on, but please do not disrobe in our lobby. Sir, I'm going to ask you politely to please leave your clothes on.
then get me my goddamn room. What does a famous tennis player have to do to get a 5-star room around here?
If you keep your clothes on, I can get you in the penthouse suite. It is going for 1,000 gold a night.
Perfect. I'll take it.
That will be upfront, sir. Would you like to pay cash or card?
Charge it
Or
to my
blood?
expense account. call my agent. He'll sort it out for you.
You give me the number for him, and I shall call him momentarily.
I'm a famous celebrity. You think I keep my agent's phone number with me? Just Google Taylor Fritz's agent and find the number.
I am so sorry, but I do not have the capability of doing such a thing.
And the CPP officer steps in and says, This is ridiculous. I'll pay for it.
1,000 gold a night. The CPP
What
officer.
a scholar and a gentleman. I
Are the
promise
beds
you.
made of gold? What the fuck?
What a scholar and a gentleman. You know what? Thank you for taking care of this. I promise. My agent, I'll tell my agent about this tomorrow, and he'll reach out to reimburse you for picking up the bill. For this. And we'll write a scathing review about this 4-star hotel.
My word, no, not that.
You better believe it will be a 4-star hotel by the time me and my agent are done with it.
Oh, a discount. 2 nights for the price of one.
2 nights for the price of one? Tell you what. You do tonight free, and then you charge me tomorrow night at the regular rate.
Okay, that's how it normally works anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And my agent will sort it out. You'll get a call from my agent tomorrow. And then you don't have to charge this poor CPP officer 1,000 gold pieces.
All right, but we do need to keep his card on file in case of any fraudulent activities.
Yeah, of course. But between you and me, you don't need to do that. And then I'll leave a great review of your establishment when I do an interview on the Today Show.
Oh, I love that show. I watch a recording of it every single night, so it's always my fresh mind.
Exactly. Now let's let the CPP officer get back to his job. You can go now, Taylor.
Taylor pauses and holds his hand out for a handshake.
From me? I
Yeah.
shake his hand.
He cries a little bit, and then he says, I hope to meet you again, Taylor Fritz.
I'm sure you will someday. Just remember, if I don't remember you when we meet again, it's because of the magic of this place and how memory works.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
That's such great advice.
So he leaves this hotel with his life goals complete and his card still on file with the hotel in case of any fraudulent activity.
God, I tried to get him out before he gave me the card. Oh well. Anyway, I'll go up to my room.
You go up to your
And then he
room.
goes into
I
his
guess
squad
Mose
car
was.
and kills himself because he has.
I guess Mose was just standing there awkwardly in the background the entire time.
Slightly out of focus in the background.
Do you go up to the penthouse with Taylor Fritz?
This doesn't feel appropriate for me.
You can come on up if you want. I mean,
No.
Taylor Fritz needs his entourage, you know?
Is that my role here?
I don't know. I don't know why you're even. I don't even know why you tagged along this far.
Can I just? You brought me here, officer. Would you just take me? Would you be able to take me home?
Taylor Fritz, who is just about to leave, he says, "Sure, hop in the back. I'll take you home."
All right. Great. Thank you.
We cut over to David at the hospital. David's currently sitting in a hospital bed, and the doctor comes over and says, "Well, what do we have here?"
I got bit.
"Oh, well, I'll just give you a tetanus shot and you can be on your way." And he stabs you.
No, look at it.
He just stabs you in the ass with a tetanus shot, and he's like, "All right."
That's not where they give you tetanus shots.
It is in Valborough.
That's where they give you rabies shots.
It is in Valborough.
Oh, he gives you a tetanus shot in the ass and a rabies shot in the shoulder.
He just said tetanus because he didn't want to say rabies.
Yeah. He gives you a tetanus rabies shot, one in the ass, one in the shoulder, and he says, "All right,
It's a cocktail of.
He says, "All right, get on home now, kid," and he goes to leave the doctor's room.
No, wait. I got bit by like a zombie or something, and it's spreading. I'm gonna turn into one or something.
Yes, sir, kid. Just come back if the symptoms get worse, okay?
What? I could eat a rabbit in my sleep or something. Can't I stay here overnight and you can observe me?
You realize that this doctor is just a visible person, and he goes and says, "Listen, kid, zombies aren't real. You really need to lay off the devil's lettuce, if you know what I mean."
Hang on. You come look at this and tell me if it looks like anything you've ever seen before in your life.
Yeah, this reminds me of the time that the homeless dude bit that kid on the arm earlier today, and I sent him home, and he's doing just fine.
Is he?
Yeah, and it also reminds me of the CPP officer who got bit by a kid earlier at Camp Lake. And guess what? Same thing. And guess what? He hasn't come back to say he's not doing okay.
That doesn't mean that he's okay.
Well, I've done my
Call
part.
them right now. Call both of these people right now and make sure that they are both okay.
That would
I'm
be
not
breaking,
leaving this hospital.
That would be breaking patient privacy laws.
I want to talk to a magical doctor.
We don't have those.
Okay. Bye.
Can you imagine if you said, "Let me talk to a magical doctor" at the actual time?
We're in a magical realm, right? Like, is there not?
Know that he's a regular old human. He's just like, "Wow, I did a great job today. I gave 3 people tetanus rabies shots. Time to go take a break and have a nap in the back."
I did a good job. I gave tetanus and rabies shots. That's all the mark. Good day is doing doctor stuff.
All right.
As you leave, you see a magical doctor rushing past you, and he bumps into you, and he takes a look at your arm, and he goes, "Oh, wow, you should really get that arm looked at." And then he just rushes away.
Okay. Have I ever seen something like what happened to my arm before?
Definitely not.
Can I like investigate this? Like, is it still, since the shot he gave me, is it still spreading?
You see that it is still spreading, but maybe it's a placebo effect, but you feel like it's spreading a little bit less. However, you do notice that your hand is occasionally jerking against your will.
Mm-hmm. Well, which one of my friends had the axe?
That was Taylor Fritz, the CPP officer who changed his name so that he had the same name as me.
Do I want to go back to that hospital, to that hotel, and bug my friend pretending to be Taylor Fritz, tennis legend and
In order to get
controversial figure. I
Well,
don't know. When
you
I Googled Taylor Fritz, I just saw a lot of articles that are like, why does the tennis community hate Taylor Fritz?
Oh no, did we pick somebody bad by accident? Oh well, whatever.
Controversy around
Yeah, there's an article called that.
All
He did,
right.
he did something. Maybe it's he took his shirt off too many times.
So we're gonna cut back over to Mercy.
You know what? I go to Mercy's place, wherever they are.
So you go over to Mercy's place. It's just a short walk from the hospital. You see her dad, Earl, is unloading the car. I guess Mercy probably isn't helping with that. Mercy, what are you up to?
I'm like, hey, Dad, this is a bit heavy. Do you mind carrying all of this?
Yeah, no worries, princess. I got big, strong goblin muscles.
Yes.
He struggles immensely with that. You see the tree next to the car. Your mom steps out of it because she's a dryad and she uses a tree stride ability. And she says, oh, is
I
this?
shriek as she like literally pops out of the tree closest to the car and like gives me a hug from behind.
She gives you a big hug and she says, "Oh my God, Mercy, I've missed you so much. Look at how big you've gotten. Oh, and your friend David is here as well. David, look at you. You look practically the same."
Oh my God, David, what are you doing here?
You were right. The hospital just gave me drugs.
Did they give you anything good?
They gave me like a rabies shot. Because I said I got bit, but they assumed it was just like a dog or something. And then when I said
Uh,
it was a zombie, they're like, that's not real. So I asked to speak to a magical doctor, and then they thought I was crazy, so I left.
Would you say that you're now, not to put too fine a point on it, butthurt?
Sure, I'm butt hurt. My hurt butt, my
It's
butt hurt bad.
they give you rabies shots in the butts. It's the joke isn't funny if I have to explain it. Get with the program, David.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't understand a lot of things. Okay.
Your mom's been listening to this entire conversation and she worriedly says, "Oh, were you attacked by something?"
Mom,
I
I
just googled
really
what butt
wish you
hurt
would
is.
stay out of my personal business, but yes, we did. And it seems like David might be a little concerned about it, and to be honest, I might be a little more than upset that I got bit. Do you, with your weird nature magic, have anything that you might do to, you know, purify poisons and stuff? I'm having a real hard time doing anything.
I don't offhand have anything, but your brother has been studying really hard in school and recently learned a new spell called Lesser Restoration. I know you don't get along, but it might be worth going to
I'd
talk to
rather
him.
die.
Don't be ridiculous. Just come inside. He can at least take a look at it or something.
Could you like make him? I don't. It's just it's. I don't want to ask him for anything. I just make him do it and make him respect me.
I can make him cast Lesser Restoration on you, darling, but I can't make you respect each other. That is between you and him. All right,
Then
all
no
right.
dice,
We can read
David.
this up.
David, we're just gonna have to die.
Twice.
I mean,
Why-
I genuinely considered going to Taylor and asking him to cut my arm off, but this seemed like the better option.
Fine, we can ask my shitty brother if he will cast. He's gonna be an asshole about it.
And
He's gonna
okay,
call me
he's
names.
an asshole.
He's gonna make
What
fun
are
of you.
you?
I hate it.
All right, I'll go upstairs with you. I'll knock on the door. I'll ask all of the questions.
I don't need your help, mother.
Okay, fine.
I do need your help, mother.
you-
Please,
You
please,
you
please
asked
make
her
it
to
nice.
help.
I'm really confused about what you want, darling.
I don't know. I've never known.
All right, do you want me to come with you or not?
Just bring him down, please.
All right, I'll go get him. And your mom turns to go up the stairs, and she pauses at the foot of the stairs and turns back around and says, "Your brother had a very long day. He was at the mall earlier, and apparently there was some sort of hubbub. He didn't tell me much about what it was about, but we'll see if he's up to it right now, I guess." And she goes up the stairs, and you hear her knock on the door, and she says, "Abel, Abel, your sister is home. She was attacked by something and has a bite, and we need you to take a look at it, please. Abel, what's going on? And you hear the door slam open, and your mom comes tumbling down the stairs with Abel on top of her, and they slam into the bottom landing, and Abel just ferally takes a bite into your mom's neck and then looks up at you with blood dripping from his teeth and lunges at you. And that's where we'll end the session.
So much for
Oh,
that lesson
God.
restoration.
All right. Thank
That's fun.
you to everybody who stuck around and watched that. We did record it, so eventually that's going to be posted somewhere, or you can stay tuned for funny clips from this stream and from our prequel stream, or prequel recording, I guess I should say, because it wasn't streamed, on our TikTok. We have a TikTok. Yeah,
We do.
I've so far there's one post on it of Josh transforming into somebody from Spider-Man. Definitely watch it. It's pretty funny. Is there anything that anybody would like to plug for stuff coming up, for any events or anything that you guys are working on?
I'm a professional dungeon master, and if you want to, if you're looking to play some Dungeons and Dragons just like this, or something similar to this, maybe not similar to this. This was kind of weird.
Yeah,
If you want
my
to play some
DM
Dungeons and
style and
Dragons,
Josh's DM styles are very
Kind of weird,
different.
deeply weird is what
If
this
you
was.
two can be Taylor Fritz, famed tennis celebrity.
yes, if you want to play a game that's as funny as this, you can hire me as your professional dungeon master. I'm currently running a promotion for anyone that wants to play the upcoming Vecna Eye of Ruin campaign that is being released next month from Wizards of the Coast.
And where would they go to find that information, Josh? I guess would they just go on your Twitter?
Yeah, they can go on my Twitter and they can message me there, or they can find me on Fiverr. I'm also on a website called Start Playing Games. I'm all over the place. If they Google my name and DM on demand, or either of those things, they should be able to find me.
Awesome. Tyler, you got any shows coming up that you want to plug?
Yes, on May 22nd, if you live in Toronto, we're going to be doing a live show called Change the Game. It is our loving homage / ripoff of Dropout's Game Changer. We got
Not
six
in any way
incredible guests.
affiliated.
Not in any way affiliated, sponsored, or endorsed. They know we exist and they're not trying to sue us, so everyone needs to calm down. But yeah, we're going to have six incredible guests, including Christian Teatro himself, along with five other amazing people. So that'll be super fun. If you're in Toronto, come check it out, or Google Change the Game Toronto, and you should be able to find the past shows.
I went to their first show. It was a lot of fun. Highly recommend.
Awesome. Anybody else got anything else that they want to plug?
I would like to. I recently was part of a group of people who released a product on Roll20 called Into the Veils. It is a level 1 to 7 adventure path / campaign. If you're interested in having a pre-written adventure, please go and check that out.
Okay. I'm going to write that down because I didn't know about that. Or maybe I did and I forgot. All right. Thank you very much. We will be doing our next show, I believe, the first Friday of June. June 7th should be our next one, unless something pops up, in which case we'll figure it out. But thank you again, everybody, for coming in, and we will see you again in Valborough soon. Have a great night.